Almost all devices you use daily are dependent on a small piece of hardware called a semiconductor, or a chip. Its invention was probably one of the most important in recent human history, after that of the transistor. If you watch this from a smartphone, be it Apple's iPhone or an Android one, that device could not be what it is without the chip that represents its brain. That small silicon piece has the power to operate complicated calculations and contains billions of transistors, those tiny gates that manage electric current. To manufacture them requires colossal machines with hundreds of thousands of specialized parts, which fire lasers at tiny droplets of molten tin to create extreme ultraviolet light that bounces through a series of multi-layered mirrors and, ultimately, etches designs onto thin wafers of silicon with atomic-level accuracy. Any small error, a half-degree fluctuation in temperature or an extremely low vibration can cause the destruction of a batch of chips worth millions of dollars. The process, so complex, expensive, and fragile, can be done at scale by only one company in the world: Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. Most devices that use chips, no matter who is their designer, will have theirs manufactured by TSMC, be it Apple, Intel, Nvidia, AMD, Qualcomm, etc. The global semiconductor industry's heavy reliance on Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, TSMC, for chip production has become a double-edged sword, especially amid escalating geopolitical tensions between China and Taiwan. With intelligence reports suggesting that Chinese President Xi Jinping has set a deadline for a potential military invasion of Taiwan by 2027, the risks associated with this dependency have come sharply into focus. Let's analyze what that could mean. Taiwan's pivotal role in semiconductor manufacturing, where TSMC alone holds over 50% of the foundry market, makes it a critical node in the global tech supply chain. Any military action by China against Taiwan could disrupt this supply chain catastrophically, leading to chip shortages that could cripple industries from consumer electronics to automotive and beyond. The global economy is highly dependent on the continuous flow of semiconductors. An invasion or even the threat of one could lead to economic downturns, with analysts discussing the potential global economic shrinkage estimating losses by up to $1 trillion annually if Taiwan's chip production were compromised. TSMC's concentration in Taiwan, particularly in areas prone to natural disasters like earthquakes, adds another layer of risk. Even without geopolitical threats, any natural disruption could have significant repercussions. Recent tremors in Taiwan have already demonstrated the potential for supply chain disruptions. We also need to consider technological stagnation. If TSMC's operations were to be disrupted, the pace of innovation could slow dramatically, affecting the development of new technologies that rely on cutting-edge chips. This scenario could give competitors in other regions a chance to catch up, but at a high cost to current tech leaders and the global tech ecosystem. There's also the risk of intellectual property theft, or the forced transfer of technology, if Taiwan were to come under Chinese control, affecting not only current production, but also future technological advancements. There's a push towards diversifying semiconductor manufacturing geographically. The US has enacted the CHIPS Act to bolster domestic production, while Europe and other regions are also investing in local fabs. However, these initiatives take time, and the process of shifting such a specialized industry is complex. Some companies and governments are considering stockpiling chips or components to buffer against potential disruptions, though this isn't a long-term solution given the pace of technological advancement. There's also an increased focus on developing alternative manufacturing processes or materials that could reduce dependency on TSMC, though these are still in early stages. The reliance on TSMC for chip manufacturing presents significant risks to the global tech industry, particularly with the looming threat of military action by China against Taiwan. While short-term solutions like stockpiling can mitigate some risks, the real solution lies in long-term strategies that include diversifying manufacturing bases, investing in alternative technologies, and fostering international cooperation to safeguard the global supply chain. The next few years will be crucial in determining how well the industry can adapt to these geopolitical and economic challenges. Thank you for watching. Please comment and share if you liked the information provided. We would be more than interested to see your opinions.